Christmas. Relax. Don't do it. When do it.
Red talk, motherfucker, get down with it, identity, shitting all over all that fake bitches, man, I kinda smoking dank, kicking ass on the side, bringing that flavor, she elevating the vibe, boom, bitty, bye, who's getting high, everybody is, bitch, watch our time flies, with that real talk, with a steel cog, taste it, jizz with a twist, and your chin on your face, is podcast basics, aced it, going ape shit, up the ante when they blaze, and I take it in, from the gays to the scum to the friends, every Wednesday when the day ends, all enemies wish they had this energy. This is Ratt talk, catch an ice bag injury. Y'all moving like a motherfucking centipede. We accelerate just to devastate the industry. Horse got the boss sweet, this could be the enemy. Turn that fucking mic on, I guess we'll have to see. Ratt talk.
And cheers, everybody. This is the last episode of Ratt Talk. Well, not the last episode of Ratt Talk, but the last episode of the year. We're closing out 2017, bringing in 2018, everybody. Woo! At least the kids are excited. Everybody looks super stoked right now.
Damn.
But go ahead and forgive us for the dragginess, I guess, because our Christmas holiday was fucking horrible.
Yeah. Fucking sick.
Yep.
Or what?
Funny.
Look at this.
But no,
guy.
we died. We literally died. Oh, we're here with Travis.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Of course. We're here with Travis.
Travis Markley.
Of course, Travis Markley is back with us.
Yep. Kind of sums up the year. But yeah, we died and we came back to life this Christmas. It was intense.
We literally died. No, it was a weird Christmas for us because
everybody got sick.
Yeah.
Our entire family, back to back to back. We thought it was food poisoning, but I think it was just the flu too.
Yeah. We just all got
it happened
sick,
so
dude.
quickly though that I was thinking it was food poisoning because there's no way everyone would get so sick at one time. Everybody was just back to back, puking their brains out, spewing from both ends. I was sick all day Christmas. I don't know how I got through it. I was even telling Matt that if the roles were reversed and he was like throwing up from both ends on Christmas, he would have been like, "Nah, fuck you, I'm staying home."
Dude, yeah, I can't trust myself at all. Like I would have shat my pants.
See,
That does not sound fun.
I mean, I was at risk of shitting my pants. I threw up in the car, but I had a bucket, so I was good.
Yeah. Thank God for the puke bucket.
I know, thank God. It wasn't even an accident too. I was just looking and we happened to have the bucket that we got when we saw The Last Jedi for the popcorn bucket. And I saw it back there. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Came in clutch, dude.
It came in super clutch. But I was throwing up. I couldn't eat, couldn't hold down food. I was throwing up my brains. I was like, I was asking my body, I was like, what more do you want from me? I've given you everything. I've thrown up everything that is inside of me. There's nothing left. My body was literally getting angry.
Intestines are literally out of my body.
I seriously thought the next thing that was going to come up was my intestines. You can even hear it in my throat. My voice is all groggy just from throwing up all day.
Damn, are your insides all sore from dry heaving and stuff?
No, actually, because the next day I woke up and I felt amazing. I was just hungry and I was so like excited because I actually had an appetite. And I think I overdid it with the food because I ate a lot yesterday. So now I think I'm back to normal. That shot that we
even yourself out.
Yeah, I kind of evened myself out.
Because if it was just nonstop all day.
Yeah, I was throwing up all freaking day.
And then I got it the next day. It wasn't as bad, but
wasn't as bad. You threw up in the morning, and then you were kind of just pooping all day, and you just drank Gatorade, and you were just chilling.
Yeah,
you weren't nearly as bad
day.
as you were not as bad as I was.
No.
On Christmas.
Hey, Gatorade is amazing when you're sick.
Yeah. See, you didn't want to drink it.
I know it was just
it would have helped.
I don't know. It's just the flavor of it. It was kind of weird. It was like salty.
It's the electrolytes.
It's the electrolytes.
It's
what plants crave.
Oh goodness.
But yeah, it was a rough fucking holiday for us. How was your holiday, dude? How did
hopefully better than ours.
Chill.
Yeah.
I did almost absolutely nothing all day. Just
nice. Did you get anything?
A few little presents I got. This little lighter tool is probably the coolest thing that I got.
What is it?
It's a lighter holder that has a bottle opener. I mean, I'm always using my lighter to open my bottles.
So now you can actually... Oh.
That's super convenient. And then it's got scissors, a knife, and a toker poker on it.
Nice.
And a
So
blunt.
Lagunitas
You
on
mean
it.
a blunt splitter, a shredder, and a toker poker.
Yep.
That's what those are.
It's to help me smoke weed while I drink my beer.
I like it. Sponsored by
Amazing.
Lagunitas.
Yep.
I like
I know,
it.
that's funny that they have that shit.
I know, that's so funny.
They would. Yes, exactly. They would.
I dig it. So that would probably, is that, you think, the coolest thing you got for Christmas? At least the most practical.
One of the coolest things, yeah. I mean, I got a couple, like actually a glass and a metal cup from Lagunitas too.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it says plastic is drastic on it.
Nice.
So what? Like a little tin?
Yeah,
One tin cup. That's badass.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
I like it.
You get a lot of cool shit.
Oh, we got some cool stuff. What would you think was your favorite?
My favorite, of course, was the Rick and Morty Clue game.
Oh, yeah. That was like your
Yeah.
favorite tangible gift,
Yeah,
I'd say.
yeah.
Got that too.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so badass.
Uh,
I saw it, and I saw it too, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like, I would love to have this
Yeah.
game.
I'm glad they got it for you.
Mm-hmm.
I like the game pieces.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
really
all
cool.
intricate and shit.
Mr. Poopy Butt.
Mr. Poopy
I
Butthole.
know, that's
and,
Matt's character
the
forever.
Beth, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, I'm Mr. Poopy Butthole forever.
And then I guess
Sick.
you got enough to get the camera, huh?
Oh yeah, and then I got a bunch of shit ton of Amazon gift cards, so I'm gonna get a camera.
Hell yeah. Those
Which, by the
Nice.
way, is gonna help us with the podcast. We're all gonna start making videos.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. That'll be exciting.
Yeah, dude. What was your favorite thing? I know what your favorite thing was.
I think the coolest thing that I got was my leather jacket. I got this
Mhm.
really badass, like an
Super
actual
dang.
like
It is a
motorcycle
pretty cool leather
jacket.
jacket.
Yeah, and this is a motorcycle jacket, actual leather. Comes from a company. Can't remember the name of the company, but they specialize. They make actual like motorcycle jackets for people who
Mhm.
ride bikes.
And it's even got gun holsters.
Yeah, it's got 2 gun holsters on the inside, like pockets to hold your
Mhm.
gun and ammo, like easily accessible.
Yeah, it's got a little. It's got a
it's
little
perfect,
mag
like-
holder. Yeah, it's got a
Yeah.
little mag holder, and then the piece holder right there next to it.
It's a perfect like
Mhm.
concealed carry
You
and
know
like
what you got to
Mhm.
do now?
Buy a gun.
Buy a gun.
See? That's what I told her.
yeah. Okay, we'll
Mhm.
think about it. For now, it's
You can
perfect to hold
you-
my
you
flask
could
in my
buy a
wallet.
little cute gun if you wanted to,
Nah,
Make it pink.
maybe we'll think about it.
like Red's little gun in Pineapple Express.
I used to use
I
this
use
when I was a prostitute. A little fucking a little thigh gun.
Little
Yeah.
Beretta.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's cute. But now, for now, it would be perfect just to hold my flask. Probably just
Yeah.
bring my flask in places, and then maybe my wallet or something. I just like jackets that have pockets because I don't have to carry a purse.
Mhm.
Fucking love it.
Convenient as fuck.
Super convenient. And all around, it's cool. Like I know that jacket's gonna last me forever. It's real leather.
See, something like that would be perfect for the Rose Bowl.
For the Rose Bowl.
Mm.
Yeah, because you can't bring in a bag
Oh,
or anything.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you just have, your
Yeah, a
wallet
jacket
and
with a
your-
lot of pockets, and it's like,
Mhm.
what? I can't have a jacket. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that would be perfect
Mhm.
just to have that jacket. But I know that jacket's gonna last me like forever. I'm gonna have it for my whole life. The inside lining, you can take it out and wash it, so that way it doesn't stink.
Mhm.
Obviously, like you kind of just spot clean the leather on the outside, but the inside of it, like you can just take out and wash in case it starts getting funky smelling.
Mhm.
So
Smells
maybe-
like your pits.
So I'm gonna be a little old lady rocking my leather jacket. That's just gonna be my jacket for the rest of my life. So I'm super stoked
Mhm.
on that.
Point the microphone towards your mouth.
Falling over.
I know. Just bend it.
I think I got it.
But yeah,
Oh, wow. There you go.
I got a bunch of cool stuff. I didn't get a lot of gift cards, surprisingly. Like I got a lot of well thought out like gifts that I really wanted.
Mhm.
My family, my dad,
That's always the
my
best.
dad's little family, they're actually they're all about Pinterest this year. They wanted everyone in the family to make, or anyone in our like little immediate household family to make a Pinterest board of just what things you wanted for Christmas. That way we didn't have to tell each other. So just you kind of just threw out a whole bunch of ideas of stuff that you wanted.
Mhm.
And
Kind
that's
of always there, basically.
yeah, and
It's
I
like
kind of
an adult Christmas list.
Yeah.
sort of,
basically.
and
Pretty
it's not
much.
like here, this is what I want for Christmas, buy it. But it's kind of like because I had always had that page just kind of set up like, oh yeah, I want this for Christmas because by the end of the year, and people ask, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, I don't know. But then all throughout the year, I was like, oh, that's cool. I want that. Basically, anything that I thought was cool, but I didn't want to buy. I was like, all right, save it, put it on my Christmas list. And they really surprised me. They found this one pin that I had been dying to find, but I couldn't find it anywhere on the internet. It's from Hey Arnold. If you've watched Hey Arnold.
Of course.
It's Helga's locket. The locket of like Arnold's picture in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wanted that as a pin, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And they found it, and I asked my dad, I was like, where'd you find it? He's like, it wasn't easy. He didn't tell me where. So I'm guessing maybe he had to buy it off somebody online or something, but I'm just so happy that I have that. It's really exciting. It would go perfectly with my leather jacket. So
It's super dope.
amazing.
Yeah, it's a super dope pin.
yeah. So I'm excited that I've got all my, like, I didn't get gift cards. Like, I got actual things that like I will use and that I thought out. I got like a really good makeup mirror. Like, I got everything that I got was like super practical. So I'm really satisfied and happy with this Christmas.
Yep, I got undies.
You got undies. You didn't get the nose hair trimmers. Those are I just gotta get to those. I've been telling everyone to get them nose.
I did not get the nose hair trimmers. Unfortunately,
All you need is tweezers. What are you talking
No,
about?
Oh my god, that hurts so much though.
I do it.
he's got way
Gotta
too many
pull 'em
pet
from the
spiders.
Yeah.
He's got all his little pet spiders hanging out of his nose. Yeah, he needed those. But it's okay. Once I have more money, I'll get them. I felt like such a bum this Christmas. I really couldn't get a lot of gifts for everybody because I didn't have a job for a cool minute.
Understandable.
Yeah, I haven't gotten paid yet. I've been training for this new job, but I haven't gotten a paycheck because it takes a while to get the direct deposit set up. So it's like I'm waiting to finally get paid because I'm hurting.
I feel like I did a good job on my present. Well, we got pretty good stuff because you helped me out. You gave me some ideas.
Yeah, and you gave me some money to buy said thing. So we worked as a team this year.
I bought my little baby niece. I bought it for my sister to read to her. It's a book that it's called Good Night Moon.
Yeah,
yeah. My mom used to read it to us when we were little kids. It was
that was her favorite.
That was Lauren's favorite book. Was Good Night Moon. So I bought them a hardcover copy of it so that she can keep it and pass it along.
Dedicated it to
dedicated to Zafira. And then I actually set up my Tata and Nana today with their fucking doorbell, with this little security cam doorbell today.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They made me ring the doorbell before I could come inside.
Did he talk to you through it?
Yeah, he
did. He did?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, they're super stoked on that. I'm glad.
They're really happy about it.
It's perfect for your grandpa, so he can answer the door. He can check out who's at his house even when he's not home.
Oh, dude, yeah, he's like, yeah. I'm pretty sure he's staring at it on his phone.
He's like waiting for somebody to ring the doorbell. Just waiting.
It is pretty badass though. Yeah, it is really super badass.
Yeah. I hate to say it, like, because I know it sounds so bad, but I feel like the only thing that made like Christmas tolerable for me was the presents, because that's like I took a moment to like really like I loved watching people open up my gifts, and I liked receiving the gifts, and that was the only thing that could get my mind off of puking.
Yeah.
Like, that was the only thing, like, that was kind of keeping me distracted, of course, because then after I opened the presents and they opened my presents, like, oh, that's great, awesome, all right, back to puking. That was really that was the only thing I could really look forward to.
My favorite thing that I got, though, was that Christmas Eve buzz. I got fucked up that Christmas Eve.
Oh, we all got fucked up. I got so fucked up on eggnog, man.
Yeah, that's why she was she didn't know if she was actually sick or just hungover.
Oh, man. No, yeah. He saw me. I think that's the ugliest he'd ever saw me. So we woke up in the morning, and I wasn't feeling too good. We get in the shower. We're trying to get our day going. And I'm just like, I'm feeling like I'm still drunk. And then I think I have to fart, but then I'm like, oh shit, I think I have to shit. So it
sprayed out on the wall. It was like, whoa!
Didn't quite spray out on the wall, but I had to sprint out of the shower and sit down on the toilet, and then I had to puke. So I had to turn around and puke. So there I am, butt ass naked, soaking wet, puking and shitting. Like now I know that we're going to be okay when we have kids, because it's not going to be the worst, most terrifying state you'll ever see me in, because you saw me spewing from both ends.
No, I can't.
Christmas morning.
I can't handle shit. I can't handle baby poop.
You can. Better
Nope.
fucking deal with it, man.
Nope.
You're gonna learn.
Yeah, you're gonna learn today, son.
Dude, fuck that. I'm gonna duct tape their stomachs so that it doesn't spill out of the top.
No, God, no. You're gonna. That's what's gonna happen when we have babies. You're gonna fucking figure it out.
Just get the hose.
Just hose them, power hose. Hold still, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. I don't even want to.
I want to be a great dad.
Oh God, no.
But no, I mean, actually, what was really cool is that we did our first Santa Claus visit where
Oh,
we set
yeah.
up a Santa Claus for my little nephew, all fucked up. That was the best part, is that we
Yeah,
were drunk as fuck.
Because it was
dude.
like 3 a.m. and
Dude,
we
we're
were
drunk
like,
as we're drunk as fuck, and it's me, my brother Ryan, my sister who was throwing up, puking up the entire time.
she was passed out when we first
Yeah,
realized.
my
it,
brother's fiance, and my mom.
though. I
My
was
mom
there
was still
too.
there. Oh yeah, well yeah.
Okay.
And my mom was up with us too, getting all fucked up. Like, oh man, it's beautiful. It was beautiful. It was a great family.
But
But we're all fucked up at
we
3 a.m.
realized-
setting up gifts. Like, oh look, this is cool. Telling her like, what the fuck? Why aren't there any bikes, man? Where's the fucking basketball courts? Why don't you get him a skateboard?
But we realized, like, oh shit, Lauren and Michael are passed out, and nobody got the whole Santa visit ready for Kai. So Matt calls Lauren at 3 a.m, like, hey, I think I heard Santa, and she's like,
I'm all drunk. Well, Lauren, I think I heard Santa on the roof. I think Santa's here.
and she's like, oh yeah. So I get all excited. I'm like, oh. So I get up and I write Kai a letter, all squiggly line, making look all elaborate like it's from Santa. Get all excited, get the milk and cookies ready on a plate and take bites of the cookies. And Matt and I are like way too excited.
Yeah, we took bites of the cookies, and then Amanda comes back. She's like, "Did you take another bite?" And I was like, "Yeah, Santa likes cookies, though."
Yeah, he took another big ass bite of the cookie. So there was a little bit of cookie left with a little thing of milk and the letter, and it was just really exciting. That was honestly like before I started spewing. I loved waking up in the morning and seeing Kai open all his. Oh, like he opened his gift and he saw like, oh my God, there was a letter here from Santa. Santa left me a letter. I'm thinking like, oh, I did that. It just made me feel really good. But I still felt kind of drunk too when I woke up.
Yeah.
I think I was still drunk.
We were definitely still drunk when we got up. I was like, oh fuck.
But I ran out of bed.
Santa.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I jumped out of bed because I knew that Kai was about to see the letter, so I wanted to see his reaction. But I got up and I was like, everything is spinning. Everything was still fucking spinning.
Yeah, it was fun. It was oh man.
It was interesting, but
It was cool.
we got
but
through
we were
it.
So fucked
It was
up.
definitely it's definitely a memorable
man.
Christmas for sure.
It also made me think like, fuck, this is how my parents felt like. Getting all fucking wrecked.
Get all fucking wrecked.
Fucking
And be like, oh
drunk.
yeah, I got
Fuck
to
yeah,
for the
Santa!
kid. Fuck it. Exactly. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh fuck. How old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real, dude?
I don't really remember.
Yeah,
Like,
I think I was like
probably
12.
like-
I think I was 12 when I figured it out, but I played along for the next couple years because Lauren was a few years younger than me.
yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, I kind of was more or less like that too. I'd still play along for my little brother, but I think I think maybe it was about 11 or 12 ish. I think it kind of just happened because I don't know. Like I'd stayed the night at my cousin's house and then like with my family. And I got up in the morning thinking like, oh, Santa was going to come visit us. And there was no Santa gifts at all. And like my cousin, who's my age, didn't really do or say anything. And my older cousins were like, they didn't do or say anything. I'm like, oh, there's no milk and there's no cookies. Okay. I think this is just kind of.
That's how you found out?
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
I know.
That is
I
pretty
woke up
sad.
and there was no gifts from Santa and there was no nothing. And then I realized my cousins didn't do or say anything. So there was no like, oh, Santa didn't come. It was more like, oh, I was the only one expecting this. Oh, okay. I guess that proves that.
Fucking sad.
That was it. Yeah. Well, I mean, my cousin and I we were the same age
Yeah.
and she had older siblings. So there was no like they didn't bother to keep it going for her, I guess. So she had already known for, I don't know.
Aw.
They're very like straightforward people. They're not very like lovey-dovey emotional. My dad, on the other hand, and my mom too, they both like to keep things going for a long time for me, which I guess I appreciate.
Little playful childhood things.
They were super playful too. My mom was, especially with the tooth fairy. My mom got so into it. She had special paper and she brought out like her gold gel pens and everything and wrote pretty elaborate notes and like calligraphy and like left it like in a little pretty envelope and would put money in there. Like she truly made it seem like a freaking fairy visited me. So I mean, I appreciate.
Not your gay cousin Eddie.
That makes me wonder though, like, did my older brother like keep it a secret from me, or did like we kind of just realize it both at the same time?
I don't know.
Because I remember one year I was just like old enough to be skeptical about it, and I was just like, yeah, there's no way.
Yeah. Yeah. See. I
He
kept
never
it going.
told me like, oh yeah, there's no Santa or anything though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How? I mean, when did Santa stop visiting? Because I think Santa stopped visiting us when I was. Let's see. If Lauren was 3 years younger than I was, probably when I was 14 or 15.
We still get Santa visits. My family's never said anything. They've always said a gift. At least one of the gifts is from Santa, and they'll change the wrapping paper too. My dad and my mom have always like, even as in their own separate households, they've both done separate type Santa things. They'll change up the wrapping paper, or they'll just use the other side of like a double-sided wrapping paper and say like, oh, this one's special wrapping, this one's from Santa. And
It's like, come to find out, your parents like legit think that Santa's still real.
I know, can you imagine? Plot twist. No.
Dude, it just reminds me of all those memes of like, dude, the cop choking out the reindeer, and it says, "How the fuck does Santa get onto them houses?"
No, I definitely appreciate my parents keeping that magic alive for as long as they could have. It wasn't their fault I stopped believing. It was more everybody else's kind of like shitty attitudes about it. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. But I still like appreciated how much effort they put into keeping that magic alive for me as long as possible. And then even after I realized that Santa wasn't real or the Tooth Fairy wasn't real or all those, they still, they still try to keep that magic alive, which is something that I'm going to take with me when I'm an adult. That's why I got so excited to put out leave the note for Kai, because like I think about like my mom and how she'd leave like the Tooth Fairy letters. So I think I'm totally going to be that nerdy parent who's going to make a big old elaborate thing.
Yeah, when I found out, it just stopped. It was like, all
just
right,
stopped?
yeah, Christmas isn't special anymore. Like,
Aww.
you don't get any
Like,
gifts,
oh,
no
you get-
presents. Your presents is beer and whiskey. I mean, don't get me wrong. Actually, those are probably the second best presents I got. But yeah, dude, yeah. Like after that, it was just like, yeah. Wait until the grandkids come, and now we have grandkids, so the magic's gonna come back.
I know, all the little ones and gifts from Santa.
What else did you think was real when you were a kid? You
Everything.
used to think that leprechauns were real. They came out during St. Patrick's Day.
I thought the Easter
Yeah.
Bunny was real. My parents used to do the Easter
Oh,
Bunny.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Easter Bunny and
I thought leprechauns were real.
I remember in kindergarten during St. Patrick's Day, we used to build traps, like for the leprechauns to try to catch them with.
Brutal bear traps and shit.
Yeah, and our teacher like went in and like messed up all the traps and made it look like the leprechaun got away from all of them.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah.
And
that's clever. Actually,
in kindergarten, the teacher, like we'd come into the classroom, like we'd go out and do something, and we'd come back into the classroom, and there'd be green footprints on the desks, like a leprechaun, and then she'd do it like up the wall, and then out the window, like, oh, it came through here, and it went up the wall, and
Just
and
the
out the
feet,
window.
though?
Yeah, it was just like little feet. It was just like little green footprints.
Yeah, would have been cool if they were handprints too. That would have made it. That would have really sold it.
Oh.
Yeah, just like holy fuck, they could climb walls. Goddamn leprechauns! Like, strike fear into the kids at the same time.
Serious. What else?
Do you know that's
Easter
how
Bunny.
that's how the Christmas is in in Germany, and then in Europe.
Oh, Krampus.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's a fear-based fucking holiday.
Of course it is.
I remember learning about that.
Dude,
in
it's fucking
elementary
trippy.
school too.
Yeah.
Yeah, something with like wooden shoes, like they leave them outside or something.
Some shit like that.
That's
And then of
all
course,
I
then of course the
remember.
Krampus like comes and takes your child's soul.
The Krampus.
That's where they got the idea for Futurama, probably the evil Santa.
Daniel's blowing up our live feed with laughing emojis.
So
Stop it. I see you. And I just I looked down
He's
at it.
laughing with us, not
well,
at
let's
us.
let's go ahead and take a break then, and let everybody listen to what we got.
What we got for
We
us
got
today?
a band called the Dirty Cakes Band.
Dirty Cakes.
They followed us on the Rat Talk Instagram,
Oh.
randomly. So I followed them back and everything. Keep up with their stuff. This is their new single that they just came out. Well, like a new little EP, and very appropriate to kick out the year since this was Donald Trump's first year. This is their little EP called Resist 45, and I mean, I guess you can guess what it's about.
Thanks.
But their first song, Resist, we're gonna play that for you. Then we're gonna play another song, and then we're actually gonna play a third song at the end because we'll get into that. But for right now, here's some Dirty Cakes for you. Go ahead and we'll be right back. drown out in our outro.
Oh, I know. I was
like
like,
that
But
end
very,
part.
appropriate, I think, for this year.
I dig it. Where are they based?
I can't remember
Doesn't say?
actually.
Hmm.
No, I mean I looked at it earlier, but I can't remember. My mind's a blank right now. But that was the Dirty Cakes band.
Dig
Follow
it.
them on Instagram, same name, one word. But we're here back with Rat Talk, wrapping up 2017. I mean, how do you guys feel about the year? Was it a good year for you? A bad year?
I don't know.
Pretty
Remember how
successful.
2016 everybody was talking shit, saying this was the worst year ever. People were like dying. I don't think this year was much better. I don't think it was worse than 2016, but I don't think it was better either. There was still a lot of shit that happened. A lot of mass shootings again. A lot of California was on fire.
Yeah,
A lot.
California burned a lot.
The hills of Los Angeles were burning.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a song and
I mean-
shit.
I don't think this year was much better.
Shit. Yeah, that's
I'm
what
so
you sound
sorry.
like.
Oh God, no! I quit. I'm done. Bye. Just kidding. I'm
Sorry.
too vain.
Just checking on the live feed. All right, just bear with me. But yeah, I mean, This year
What
was
were
a
y'all's
very-
resolutions? Did y'all have any New Year's resolutions?
go to the gym.
You did
did
for a
that.
while.
That's
Yeah.
easy. Mine was something vague and something that I wouldn't remember or wouldn't be able to know if I actually did it.
Yeah.
And it was pretty much just drink less beer.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think you can really track that. How much beer you
I
drink,
think I did drink less beer than I did last year.
but how much more whiskey or liquor?
No, not that much.
I think I drank more this year actually.
Maybe more wine, if
Really?
anything.
Mm-hmm.
Got into a little wine kick.
Yeah,
lately.
really.
Yeah.
Actually, I drank
You
a little
get
more
fancy
wine this year
wine.
too, huh?
I mean,
No,
yeah,
not
I mean,
fancy
actually, me
wine,
too.
cheap wine.
Mm-hmm. Any wine.
I had a small list of resolutions, and I don't really think I kept any of them.
Mm-hmm.
First one was drink less. That didn't happen
Yeah.
at all. I still drank a lot. Complain less. Yeah, no. I mean,
No.
yeah, no. I try to be aware when I was, though. I was a little more aware when
That's
I
a
do
good
complain.
step.
Yeah, it's a kind of a step in the right
Mhm.
direction. Find a therapist and actually go.
No.
Refer back to number one. I still drank a lot too.
Yep.
Save money. No. Find another job. Technically,
Yeah.
I did find another job, not really by choice. I just kind of had to because my other job fucking fucked me over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, back to complaining. Listen to understand, not to respond. I tried to do that more. Try to make more efforts to listen and actually
I
listen.
think you got that one a little better. Yeah.
Yeah. I tried
Nice.
trying just to be a better listener and not just trying to. Like-
Jump to conclusions and shit.
Yeah, it's not just about jumping to conclusions, but there's a difference.
Getting all psycho.
There's a difference.
Getting defensive.
You fucker.
I love you.
Make time for friends. I kind of dropped the ball on that one, I think. Well,
No, not really.
here and there. It was a little difficult. I think
mean, what happened this year? A lot of things happened this year.
my friend died this year. That fucking sucked.
Well,
But he was actually like, after his passing, it really did kind of inspire me to make more time for friends as best as I could with the time and money that I did have. Because after I lost my job, I didn't have a lot of money, so I couldn't really go out and do things. But because he was one of those people who would always like invite me out to do something, and I'd be like, "Yo, it's a school night for me. I can't." He's like, "Oh, but it's this. I'm on this rooftop bar in LA. It's really cool. You should go." I'm like, maybe another time. I'm sorry, it's a school night. And then he died, and it's like, well, shit. I kind of regret not going and doing those kinds of things. Although,
Naturally.
there's not really much I could do because I'm trying to be responsible and go to school and shit. But some of those things I should have just said, fuck it. You know what? Life's too short. Let me go and hang out with my friend for a few hours. So after he passed away, it kind of changed my perspective, and I really tried at least to attempt to make more time for friends and do more things. Like, sorry, I had to bail on the podcast that one time when I went to do emo karaoke, but that was a really good memory that I'm going to have with one of my longtime friends. So
Yeah.
like, I'm trying to make more time to do that. And then my last one was be present, which kind of goes into the make time for friends. And so I think of my whole list, I completed 4 of them. 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Can't believe you wrote them down.
I did. I was super drunk when I did this, I think.
Mhm.
Oh, no, I was hungover. I see it's 12. I wrote it January 1st, 2017 at 12:55 p.m. So I was probably just waking up because I got really wasted last New Year's.
All depressed and hungover.
Yeah, I was super depressed and hungover. That's why number 1 was drink less, because I was probably waking up from a huge hangover. God, I think I cried that night too. I think I got so drunk and I started crying. I got really emotional. Maybe one of the times. I don't know. I'm probably
my
gonna
turn this year.
to get all drunk.
Mm-hmm.
No, we can Uber.
Oh shit!
We can totally Uber.
Dude, we got $50 in Uber.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
We can totally Uber. I've been telling you for years. It's cheap Uber, especially if we drink local and just take like a $6 Uber. $6 there, $6 back. It'd be totally worth it. Wouldn't have to deal with parking.
Where do we go? That's only $6 away.
Anywhere in Almani?
Like where?
Like from our house to Anthony's, or yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's like $6 right there.
Mm-hmm. True.
Yeah, our usual friend's
True.
house. We don't gotta get on the freeway or do anything. That's like $6 right there. I mean, if anybody wants to pick us up, I know a lot of Uber drivers don't pick up such short rides, but actually, and there might be a surge charge because it is New Year's Eve. We'll see.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So it might be like $10, but still.
I've actually only bought an Uber one time. I've been in probably 5 of them. I've only
Really?
one time.
It's convenient.
I was in Cincinnati
It's super
and I had to
convenient,
get
dude.
to the airport, so I had to actually download Uber.
And,
actually buy
you're
it.
stranded, huh?
Yep. Otherwise, it was like a 2-hour walk.
Yeah.
or
Sometimes you just gotta. I mean, it makes
just gotta
sense.
Suck it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's certain times where you just kind of have to suck it up. Like I went to, my friend was having a birthday celebration, doing like a little bar crawl thing in LA. So I'm not going to deal with parking out there.
Oh, yeah.
So I just sucked it up and I got an Uber there. And then I crashed at her house too after that. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's like the other reason, unless you're just like way too drunk and you just like have to.
Yeah, if you're way
Yeah.
too drunk, then it's worth it. But you just got to kind of handle your shit. But
It's a better way to do it.
I do
Just get
know,
drunk.
I don't know if they're still doing this. I'm sure they might be doing something like this, but when you're during New Year's, they're doing this thing called Tipsy Tow. I think it was through AAA, where you just call the number and they'll tow your car for free.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Because they're just really trying to discourage drunk
I
driving.
actually saw this thing, and they did a study and said that drunk driving accidents are down, and they're actually giving the credit or kind of to like things like Uber.
Uber and Lyft.
Uber.
Because
make-
people are using Uber and Lyft a lot more instead of driving drunk.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
more
which
accessible.
is amazing.
Yeah, it's way more accessible than like trying to get a hold of somebody at 3 a.m. who can give you a ride, your drunk
Dude, and
ass
you know
ride
those
home.
people are getting paid good, like
Yeah.
on those nights.
Oh yeah, of course. That's why they
Mhm.
do surge charges on those when it's just crazy busy nights. But that's why a lot of people will work on those kinds of busy nights.
Yeah.
So some people, they just, it's good money.
And those Uber or drivers are always characters too.
Not always. I've had some assholes. I actually prefer Lyft over Uber. I feel like
Really?
I've had nicer Lyft
I've
drivers.
never actually been in a Lyft.
I like
only
Lyft a lot
Uber.
more.
Lyft is pretty cool.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
they're pretty nice people. I never heard of a bad Lyft experience except for one.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's
I
compared to
did
the
see
other like 20
a Lyft
Uber ones.
driver driving like a douchebag, though. One time, when
Yeah.
I was driving down El Monte, and it's only one lane now,
Mhm.
and he went
Spun
around
around, yeah.
another car that was going the speed limit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah, fucker.
Yeah.
dick.
Uh,
What else? We got through our resolutions. And you guys have any resolutions for this year? For this upcoming year?
Oh, one that I remembered for last year was to pay off my car, which I did.
Oh, there
I
you
even got my
go.
go.
My new car 5 months ago, which I love my car.
Nice,
Yes.
my
nice.
Fiesta.
My Fiesta.
Ford Fiesta.
I don't really have any New Year's resolutions.
For this year?
No.
I think I'm just gonna
Keep the same ones.
kinda. I mean, yeah, I guess those are just good ones to always kind of keep. It's not really good to just dedicate like, oh, you have to start a New Year's resolution. And like it's something that you should always be doing. So I think I'll kind of keep my list.
Well, the one that I don't know if I accomplished is if I fit into a 34.
Well, after being
Mm-hmm.
sick, you might now. I think I'm gonna try to go to the gym more. I'll try just to make my body look good again. Just want to look like
Look sexy.
I want to look sexy. I want to look like a badass bitch. That's it. So I just want to be and look like a boss ass bitch, and that'll be my resolution.
Yeah, you got your leather jacket now. You got to fill it out.
I do. I feel so fucking badass with it. I've already got like my whole New Year's outfit all planned out, and it's very different from what I normally wear. So I'm like really super excited. I have to go buy a couple
She's
things.
going to open the door, and the first thing you're going to hear is...
Totally. I've got these badass, like, they're not leather boots, but they're that kind of material.
Leather boots.
Yeah. They're kind of like a pleather boot, but they're really like high heel, and they've got a platform on them, so they're really tough and sturdy looking. I was hoping
Tough.
I think I look pretty tough in them. I think I look cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try to lose the gut this time.
Yeah.
Not make it smaller, but lose it.
Completely.
And lose it completely by
Get a
next year.
6-pack or what?
I don't think I'm going to I'm going to say get a 6-pack, but I'm definitely want to lose the gut. I'll just be like Kylo Ren, dude, and just wear high-waisted pants.
Have visible abs. How about that?
That's
sure.
hard to do.
Like at least 2 of them.
Like a little eyebrow ridge. It's gonna look like I have an eyebrow ridge, and then my belly button's gonna look like a mouth.
Your belly's gonna look like your face
Mhm.
and a big old forehead
Oh,
ridge.
thanks.
I think I'm gonna try to lose the saddlebags that I have. Just try to tighten and firm my whole hips, butt, and thigh area. Just
We can't legally ask you to lose weight. I would say tighten. Just tighten it up.
stupid. I just want to look hot. That's it. I just want to look hot and be hot and be badass and have more energy. I want to be able to go on a hike and not be all winded and shit like we went last time. We went on a hike
I go
recently.
to the gym almost every day, but I usually park on the 2nd floor, so there's only 1 flight of stairs to go up, and it's usually not that bad. But the other day I parked because it was like crazy busy on the 2nd floor, so I had to park on the 1st floor, and I went up from the bottom floor, and that just extra. There's only 2 flights of stairs, but that 2nd flight of stairs, my God, by the time I got to the top, I was
like,
so
all right,
winded.
that's my workout. I'm done. Bye. That's what I would be like. I already get
Because
winded.
I never do cardio. I hate cardio.
Really? I feel like that's all I can do. I mean, I don't like cardio or anything, but I always feel like a jackass when I'm trying to like do weights and shit or like try to do any other exercise other than like the elliptical. I feel like I look fucking stupid. So I think I just tell myself if I build up the stamina for the cardio, everything else will be easier. Because I do kind of I feel it especially like when I do the elliptical, like I feel the burning in like my calves and my thighs and in my butt. I feel a bit in my core, and like I feel like, okay, well, as long as I got that going, obviously I feel my heart rate going up.
Any of the cardio machines, it's usually only the stair climber.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? No, thank you.
A stair climber.
Yeah.
Those things look fucking horrible.
Yeah. Actually, I have
Intimidating? They're not that bad.
kind of reminds me of it at school. For the past couple of semesters, I've had classes in this certain building, and I vowed whenever I have a class in that building, I'm going to take the stairs. So not this last semester, but the one before that, I had a class on the 4th floor. So I would go up the 4 big-ass flights of stairs, and I promised myself that every day of the semester going to class, I would go up those stairs. And I did it. And so this semester, I had a class on the 3rd floor, and the same thing. I took the stairs every day. And at the beginning, it was a fucking bitch. But by the end of the semester, I was like, all right, I got this.
You're just trotting up those stairs.
Kind of, yeah. Like, I was just kind of hauling ass. I was like, all right,
Rocky
I got
theme
this.
Song was playing in the background or something.
I was totally... do-do-do. Yeah, I totally fucked that up.
Wait, how?
No.
How was that again?
Do-do-do. Whatever.
Oh, God.
Fuckers.
All right.
You know what I mean? But I was totally hauling ass up those stairs. I felt really proud of myself. I did it. Felt like a champion. I'd stand up there for the moment and just start boxing in place. I was like, fuck yeah. Push someone down the stairs.
What an asshole.
I'm kidding.
All right. So I went back and looked at it. So the beginning of this year, January, was the first episode. I'm sorry, episode 19 was the first episode of January this year. So I was only 19 episodes.
Wow.
And, right?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
I think so.
Sounds about
Oh, well,
right.
actually, no, more like 20, because didn't you delete, like, the first episode, the one with all the friends, the trial episode?
It's not deleted.
Yeah, I titled them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I still titled them, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So, yeah, you're about 19 episodes in then.
It's not
No,
deleted.
it's
It's
again.
just a restricted episode.
Yeah.
And what number are we on now? You don't know?
57? 60?
57? 60? Something?
60, something around there. Let me. 60. This is episode 60. Oh shit!
Really? Whoa,
Yeah,
episode
nice rolling
60.
rundown. Hey, ayo.
Yay! Beep, 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 beep.
I don't have the screen up. When am I going to do it?
Okay.
So yeah, we've had 40 episodes.
Really?
40 episodes. God damn! Shut up, dude. I'm fucking high right now and a little buzzed.
41? 60 minus 19?
Oh yeah, sorry.
41?
No, well, I'm not including this episode in this recap.
Then 40?
Yeah. So the first episode of this year was actually when we had Jesse and Frank on.
Really?
Yeah,
for the second time?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
For the second time. The second time?
The second time.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have our girl itch out the back.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. She's been doing stuff. She's been making moves.
I know. I feel bad. I've been trying to catch a show from her, but I don't feel like it's appropriate going to drag shows if I don't have money to tip them. To tip the queens. It's kind of like going to a strip club without any money. It's common courtesy. You go, you tip the queen. So you go, you tip. So if I don't have money for a tip, then I shouldn't go. So it's kind of, I haven't gone to anything. I haven't gone to Scum. Haven't gone to see any shows. Cause I ain't got the disposable income right now. But I'll get there.
Eventually.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back. But I'm working nights now, so we can't really go to Scum that often either.
Well, I can go.
I mean, you can go.
I can go with Frank and Jesse.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, I think the next big episode that we had was when Vince was here and we were talking about struggles of suicide.
Oh wow, that was the
that was really heavy.
That was the heaviest episode that we did.
Episode 21. That was 2 episodes later.
Yeah,
that was a pretty fucking heavy fucking episode.
That one was really important. I feel like that was kind of therapeutic for.
Oh, here's something we could talk about: our couples episode with Travis.
How'd that work?
Yeah, how did that work? Obviously, not very good.
Travis has a lot of time to go to the gym now.
Yes.
I still had time to go to the gym before that. I still went.
Well, now you put extra time in the gym.
Going.
Now you've been going to the gym every day.
Oh, and then actually, we also had
just
also
picking on
this year we started doing our live feed this year.
We did.
We
We
started-
started. We were like, oh yeah, hello.
We
Facebook
upgraded,
Live.
yeah, we upgraded and started bringing you videos of what we fucking do here. It's
Yep.
not really all that interesting, but
It's
hey,
still
you
cool.
you suckers watch.
I know it's appreciated though. I feel like I like interacting
Mhm.
with people who are watching the live feed, especially when they have got meaningful shit to say. Then it's always
Yeah,
fun.
dude, and then here it is, the fucking 420 episode.
Oh my god, the
Dude,
podcast.
yeah, dude, the podcast
Yeah.
episode.
God, that was so
Just
Oh
dumb.
my god,
awkward,
dude.
just like stoned.
That was
out
the
of our
most awkward
minds.
episode ever. I don't remember.
We're
it.
the most boring 70s show circle ever.
It's the
funny.
more realistic
Nah.
version.
No, I mean, no, I think we're more interesting when we're not trying to talk.
Yeah.
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 hmm I think that's what the problem was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we still got super baked regardless.
Yeah.
hmm
That was the point.
The whole point.
What else?
Then we did our first interview with Scum.
Really?
Yeah,
that was
that was-
that was fun. That was one
2
of my
episodes
favorite
later,
episodes
episode
that we did.
33. Mm-hmm.
One of my absolute favorites.
Yeah, that was the first time that we had, it was Rudy, Ray, and Andrew.
Yeah. that one was fun. I think I think the next one I really liked was the. Well, Kenji, what was the next one?
Well, we then Steve, of course, our good friend Steve Rogers, who comes in every now and then and just fucking
Story time.
yeah, story time. Well, story time. He had a fucking great story, but this was the Guardians of the Galaxy movie review we did.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. And then there was the episode where we had no absolute plan, and fucking Michael Alberici saved the day. Came in
Oh,
and gave
yeah,
a
that
fucking
was-
episode and entertained the fuck out of us. It was amazing.
I know he pretty much stole the show, but it
Yeah.
was just really
Yeah.
fun just listening to him go. We should have him
Fuck
back
yeah.
on sometime.
Definitely.
Every time I see him, he's like, "Anytime, let me know."
Yeah, definitely. But the episode right after that one was when we had Lady Forbidden and Physican.
Oh yeah, that one was probably one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah.
We got the line.
Oh yeah, with the best opener.
I was literally seeing stars and like stars, like twinkling.
And
like, I
imagine
was
having your balls in your stomach and your dick in your ass. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine
That was the
having-
beginning of that episode.
Imagine having your balls in your stomach and your dick in your ass.
Yeah, because you were showing them a video of one of the drag queens who did an open split on the dance floor, and yeah, that's what she said. That was her response. Was like, yeah, imagine doing that with your balls in your stomach and your dick in your ass,
Yep,
because that's what they do.
that's what drag queens do essentially. They just dink and
Mm-hmm.
slick it back and tape it. I know Travis, he's like horrified.
I mean, I'm not horrified. I'm just like,
That's how they do it.
interesting.
Yeah, you can put your balls in your stomach, dude.
Yeah, they did a whole.
He's like, I know.
Interesting.
And then, of course, we had our good friends from In Too Deep come on for the first time, and then Daniel Salazar, of course, followed them right after that. Which we needed to have him back on. I want to get him recorded. Actually, I want to get him recorded and get a cool little track going. But I definitely need him to come back because he just spent a whole semester abroad in Italy,
Oh yeah,
learning about classical guitar. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if it's not classical guitar. What is it? What did you say it was?
I would call
Was
it
it what is it
classical
called? Yeah, I don't
technically.
think Anyway,
something
yeah.
with the guitar.
Spanish
definitely.
guitar. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is like super intricate.
Mhm.
in Spanish
Yeah,
style
exactly.
guitar.
Yeah, dude, he did a whole semester over there. And then the next episode, I had to specify that it was recorded on July 19th, 2017, because on July 20th is when Chester Bennington took his own life, and we said some shit.
We were talking shit
We
about
were talking shit
Linkin
about
Park.
Linkin Park for a quick second,
Yeah,
and then the
we're-
next day he was dead. And I was like, oh man, that's fucked up.
I know. I remember that day I was working at
Mhm.
Open. Somebody
He
came up to
probably
me.
watched the podcast.
No.
Oh
God.
my god! Imagine just what's so just randomly floating around Facebook, la la la
La la la.
la la la. I am Chester.
No, that's
Going
that.
through the Facebook feed. Ooh, what is this?
I No. Oh, that's so sad.
yeah.
That's so fucking
Yeah,
sad.
yeah.
I feel so bad. I don't
I'm
like,
sorry.
and not to say like I don't think that he was a bad person. I don't care for Linkin Park and their style of music or what they've. I don't care for it. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I've been listening
Then
to Linkin Park since like elementary school. That was, like,
everybody's
one of
been
my-
listening to Linkin Park since
That's
elementary.
like one of my.
Believe me, even if you
first
weren't a
favorite
fan,
bands.
Exactly.
even if you weren't a fan, you were listening to Linkin Park.
Oh yeah,
I think that's probably
Yeah.
why I don't really
I-
care for them.
I still listen to them almost every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
No,
they're
we don't.
still like Hybrid Theory and the other ones are like still Meteora and Reanimation are still on my playlist.
Not my thing. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel bad. Like I'll still okay. It's like I could. Yeah. It was really
Yeah.
bad timing. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Linkin Park. Sorry, Chester.
Anyway, after that, we took a little break for the summer. We came back in the middle of summer and did a little recap of when we got carried into more shit, did more stuff. And we came back and we actually had really more of a guest-based lineup after that because
Yeah.
we had Doll Claw come on, our good friend Jessica, who came in, and
Oh, she
that
was
a
so
great
fun.
episode. Yeah, that was a great episode. We had a lot of fun that time. And then, of course, we had our girls, Lady Forbidden and Physique, back on. And that time, Ray was with them, too.
Yeah, that was our
time
tea
Ray was
party
with them.
episode. And they're, oh god, all of them are so fucking funny.
Mhm.
Yeah, we gotta have more queens on. I've got some more ideas for some queens on.
Yeah.
Especially, we need to have Forbidden back on just simply to promote for Dragula season 3.
Definitely. Yeah.
So it's getting about that time.
Then after that, we had our good friend Dan Pina came on, and stand-up comedian who fills the air and doing all kinds of shit.
Yeah, just one of our
And then
stand-up friends.
Then of course Sunset Couriers, who we had featured their song, and they asked to come on, so we're like, oh fuck yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then we have one of my close friends, Bria, who came in and told us about her
Story
you know,
time.
stories, yeah. her stories of the road and shit. And then it was all
that one.
just a fucking guest. It was like guest after guest. We had
The
Michelle Stevenson on, the Apollas, and then we did our Not Fest episode. Then fuck, dude, we're already at my birthday. I think one of the funnest episodes was when we did that beer tasting shit.
Oh my god. Oh, that was.
Did
we
you
did a
there
beer
for
tasting.
No,
No, we should do another one with you though.
it,
we
it
went
ran
to-
pretty late.
Yeah, it was super late. So we went to One's work. He works at what's it called? Cost Plus Market. It's like
Something like that.
It's a Cost Plus. It's like a
World
world
Market,
market.
yeah,
They
Cost
sell a
Plus
whole bunch
World
of shit
Market.
from around the world, and you'd walk in and you think it looks like Michael's or like a craft store. It has like all kinds.
Dude,
of
it looks
cute-
like a fucking grandma shop. Like
total grandma shop. My mom would definitely like shop there too. Just really cutesy
one
stuff.
shelf. There's one shelf,
Way in
one
the-
aisle. Yeah.
There's a whole aisle in the back, and it's just a whole bunch of wine and craft beers. You look on the shelf, and it's just insane craft beers. The majority
They're
of them
pretty-
I
yeah,
had never
they're pretty rare,
seen or
over
heard
like
of.
German and Norse,
Super imported stuff.
German
Yeah,
and
it was a lot of imported stuff that I had never heard of. So, and they had you could build your own 6-pack.
I can't remember.
So
what else.
we built 2 6-packs.
Oh, you could do that at the House of Spirits.
Yeah, but they don't have the selection that this place did.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was
They don't actually.
no.
yeah, House of Spirits. It kind of has a little bit of everything. Yeah, you can get a few
They're
IPAs.
all overpriced too.
Yeah,
Yeah, this was not.
these were pretty fucking cheap, dude.
yeah,
Like
Really?
$2 a beer.
yeah, and these are like craft beers, high alcohol percentages. Like really, it was really interesting. So you could hear us throughout the episode getting progressively fucked up, more and more fucked up. And so at the beginning we're tasting and we were able to kind of describe it, and by the end we're like, "Oh, this is
We're like,
good.
this is good.
This is
Yeah.
good."
This is delicious. This is like good beer, you know?
I was trying to describe it. We were just so fucked up. And I have this app called Untapped, which is kind of
I've
like
heard of
Yelp
it.
for beers. So I was checking into every single beer, And then what? I think we're like
Oh, yeah, we
7
got, like,
beers
yeah, we
in,
got
and
5 or
it gives me a medal every time. Like, it gives me a medal, like, oh, you've tried this many beers, you tried this, and it gives me a medal saying, like, are you okay?
Yeah,
It
literally,
asks-
dude. It literally asks like,
Are-
like you're drinking a lot of beer in one day.
I hope you're just tasting
like
them.
you just tried 7 beers.
And it's like, I hope you're just tasting them and not like, yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
basically, but the
awesome.
first thing it
Dude.
said was like, are you okay?
I need this app.
It's really fun.
It gives you a fucking AA hotline number the next time. Like, here, give these people a call. Tell them about your problems, please.
Yeah, seriously. I was okay, but you
Mm-hmm.
could definitely hear us getting progressively more and more fucked up. I don't know how I made it through that night
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know why. It was like the one night that I had to stay up working on this huge, intense project for my math class was the night that he wanted to do this beer episode. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I got super wasted, and here I am all drunk after the episode. I'm like, type in, doing my report and doing my project. Finish.
How?
You look like the cat on
I
the
know the
computer.
cats on the
That was actually me. That was exactly how I felt. I was like,
Oh,
blah, 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 blah. Just like, but fuck, I got a 97 on that project, so fuck yeah.
Yeah, well, and then after that, I had my first solo episode that I posted up by myself.
Sorry.
Doesn't matter.
I
It was a
making-
good episode.
It was. I'm really glad it gave you a little bit, I want to say motivation, inspiration. It kind of recentered your focus. He basically fired me and said, I don't need you, but be on the show anyway.
Yeah,
type
pretty much.
deal.
But,
Which works for me. I mean,
I mean, one thing that I can say though that I'm gonna say is my New Year's resolution is I'm gonna try to bring a new episode every single week, no matter what.
yeah.
No matter what, I'm gonna try to make time. And
It does take
commit.
a lot of work trying to get on consistently a guest every
But
week.
now I know I can do episodes by myself. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So that's
Now that you can do
so now-
episodes by yourself every week, like
Mhm.
then, well, I mean, it would be hard to do it by yourself every week, but in those times that you can't have somebody,
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
do that because it is
You're
hard.
just gotta find a subject that you could talk about. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
I mean,
plenty
pretty
of
much.
those.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's helpful if you have. That's why the live feed listeners are kind of come into play, especially if you're doing an episode by yourself and you're kind of
Yeah.
bouncing off them. It kind of helps too.
Yeah, exactly.
But it is hard to find a guest every single week, especially like when it gets to the holiday time. Like right now, it's like, everybody's kind of off doing their own thing, so it's hard to find a guest to like really commit to. Like, oh hey, it's only a couple days after Christmas, and I
But-
know you're probably tired, but be on our show.
But we do got some. I got some tricks up my sleeve. I do have good episodes coming. I'm gonna have Human Extinction come on. They're definitely gonna be a band. We're gonna come on. That's gonna come on.
Nice.
Street Links as well. They are interested in having them come on, and then of course we're gonna have comedians that are featured at Comedy at the Dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Some more returning people: Steve Rogers, Ryan D. They're gonna come back, of
I have
course.
a few drag queens. I don't want to say their names yet. Well, I mean, of course, Forbidden and Physique I want to have back on, but there are a few others, including one who was.
We're
on-
reaching out, people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
And I'm sure I'll be back too.
yeah.
definitely.
Of course. You'll be back.
Dude, you're like our
buddy.
beer mugs at this point. Like you're just
Hell
the dude
yeah.
that sits in the back, like yeah.
Says some funny shit
Yeah,
sometimes.
You're a hype
man. All right, folks. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Rat Talk. We're gonna take it out again on the Dirty Cakes.
Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for listening to. Thanks for
I
listening.
know. Yeah, now that we're wrapping up a whole new year, thank you. It's been definitely a ride. New experiences. Just
Sorry.
farting.
Sorry.
New experiences, learning new
Sparking
things, and we're
spider.
fucking, we're bringing it, man. We're bringing you the whole.
Yeah,
the whole
we're still
shebang.
we're still learning. We're still growing. We're still doing our thing. But like this is really fun to do, and I really appreciate anybody who listens. So thank you.
Yeah, but we're gonna take it on a song by the Dirty Cakes, and then we got a special third song. If you remember our 420 episode, which I think was our favorite again, we played this song at the end. So
we?
yeah, we did.
That was probably my idea too.
That was your idea.
You
Actually,
totally forgot
You
to.
forgot.
It's all right.
But yeah, dude, it's all right. Remember to follow the Dirty Cakes band. That's all one word at Dirty Cakes Band on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And then also check them out on Bandcamp. That's where you can find all of their EPs at. This is their EP, Resist 4-5. And you can guess who that's about. This is their song, Naked, the second song off that EP. And I already like the title. And then, of course, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram.
Like on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. All that shit.
Yeah, all that good stuff. Thank you again for listening to Rat Talk, folks.
We went down to the store. We went down for some more. We went down on each other. We made love, I don't remember her name. All the drugs that we did. Well, you know, you couldn't blame her. And if you want me to, I will. And if you want me to, I care. And if you want me to, I'd love to see you naked. We made love on the causeway. Yeah, you loved it, did it my way. And you know, you love the show. We made love before the sun came round. One more time, we got down. And she left out the back door. And if you want me to, I will. And if you want me to, I care. And if you want me to, I'd love to see you naked. And if you want me to, I will. And if you want me to, I care. And if you want me to, I'd love to see you naked. And if you want me to, I will. And if you want me to, I care. And if you want me to, I'd love to see you naked. And if you want me to, I will. And if you want me to, I care. And if you want me to, I'd love to see you naked. Yeah.
Have you ever watched the sun go down and you're thinking about the world spinning round? Have you ever been high as fuck? You're in the bathroom mirror talking to yourself and your dog's looking at you like you need help. Have you ever been high as fuck? Then you feel your heart pumping really fast and you're convinced that you're gonna have a heart attack. Have you ever been high as fuck? You close your eyes and you're on a chicken farm. The only problem's that the chickens have human arms. You say that's fucked up, why do the chickens have human arms? You need snacks so you walk to the corner store, but you're scared because you think that they will know you're high. So you walk around the block to buy some time. You finally decide to go in the store, but you're so high you don't know why you're there anymore. So you just buy a pack of gum, get the hell out of there. You're walking home and your mouth is dry. You should have bought some juice and snacks, but you were too high. Thinking about ketchup chips, and for some reason the game Battleship. And you start thinking about how fun it was to play games like Battleship when you're a kid. And how as we get older, we forget how to play and just to enjoy ourselves. So you say, guess what? I'm going to make up a game right now. And it involves a baseball bat and a porcupine. And I'm going to try to kill a porcupine with a baseball bat. But then you don't know where to find the porcupine. So you go on eBay and you do a search, but people don't sell porcupines on the internet. And you say, you know what, world? You got me cornered again. I'm going to roll another joint.
You ever eat a whole bag of crackers that were so old that they weren't crispy anymore? Have you ever been high as far